Let's do it. All right. Good morning. No one's here. This is strange. That's all right. What's up? What's up? Good morning. Good morning. We are. Whoa. There we go. Had some reverb. Good morning, everybody. Welcome from Sacramento. What's up, Howie? What's up, Craig? Kevin, how's it going? Craig, Howie, my guys. All right. So what a day one. Day one was interesting to say the least, for sure. I think there was a lot of good and I don't know, maybe a lot of not so good, but we'll talk about it. And yeah, what's up? I worked out this morning. I woke up and I went to Rio City CrossFit and it was a workout called Marathon. And I don't know if it's a named workout. Marathon workout CrossFit. It was long. Oh, it is a named workout. Yeah, it was long. It was tough. I'm kind of tired. It was like 3 miles of running and 26 reps of movements for 12 rounds. It was spicy. So what we'll chat about today, I have about an hour before I head out with Kevin, who goes at noon. I know you guys can't watch live, but we'll go over a little bit of the things that I saw and how my athletes did and what I think of the event so far. If you guys have any questions or things that you want to talk about, make sure to drop it in the chat and we will hit on them for sure. Good morning, Vicky. Good morning, Camille. John. What's up, Aaron? Tank, CJ. Day one was good. So I think overall, I think the 3 events yesterday on paper were really, really good events. Okay. And I think they challenged people to, like, I think it was a broad test overall, right? Like the muscle up volume was really solid. 30 for time. It really took people to like a failure point. And then I think some people did it unbroken or almost unbroken in round 1. I think the run should have been longer. I don't think anyone should have been able to finish it. So if I had to give some feedback, obviously, I think, we'll go into the, I think who's posting some drama, covering CrossFit maybe. Let's see. All right. So we'll start with this one. We'll pull this out, pull that out. I'm on my laptop, so give me some slack on getting things going. All right. So first piece of drama is the lines. The lines were definitely a little off, but if you really look up here, this right side of the screen, this was angled more than the other one. So I also think you also have to remember that the seeding is, these are the higher seeds and these are the lower seeds as well. So if that probably has a little bit to do with it. Right. So if we're thinking about it, so they come off on a run, these are like the lanes go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, all the way to 20. And then they come back like 23, like 21, 22, 23, 24, 25 are like on the back side here. So not to say that has a lot to do with it, but it probably does have a decent amount to do with it. Right. But it does probably make a little bit of a difference, but it didn't seem that it made the biggest difference. Spencer won the workout and Spencer was like right here. So, what are you going to do? I don't think it's a big deal. everyone just wants to bitch and complain about something. And so we'll talk about the drama first, and then we will go to, okay, so let's see if we can hear this one.
Let's go, Hans.
Let's go.
Let's go, Hans.
So what they ended up doing, basically the left and the right gators started out pretty even for the women, and then the left gator got slower, something in the gears, or we thought there was like a dip in the road. And so what they did is they ended up just splitting the heats. And so whoever went on the left competed against the people on the left, and whoever went on the right competed against people on the right. So, you know, I wouldn't be surprised. I wouldn't be surprised if the event is thrown out. What I think they should do, and this is my thought for the actual workout, is the left and the right is a good solution, but it does seem like the left sort of got slower from the first few female heats, and then it kind of reached a point where, because at first when the heats were going, you guys will see there, the races were real, and it was maybe a little off, but for the most part, it was pretty straight on. And then it clearly got slower, like it clearly slowed down. But for the men, it was it never really changed. There were some guys on the left that I think the fastest guy in the entire heat was on the left, but they split it. So the right competed against the right lane, the left competed against the left lane. And so they gave it worth 50 half points, which I think was the right thing to do. You can't zero out points. You can't give only half points. Both options let the little guys off the hook. You either make everyone push both and add times together, or you run everyone through the same gator. So this is my thought. I think they should basically run it as a floater for the rest of the weekend, and everyone goes on the same gator, and they just do it again. It's 100 people. It would take the entire weekend. Say it's going to go, and then everyone gets to do it again. No, so Judy, so so basically they weighed the drivers. They weighed the drivers, and I'm pretty sure one of the drivers was like 5 pounds lighter, and they put a 5 pound plate in their gator, right? Like it was like they just sat, they didn't even turn on the gators because they didn't want to waste any gas from start to finish. So, I mean, they tried to make it in. And so, Aaron, this is definitely a retrospective point. Should they have made them do one on each lane? After 20 heats had gone, it was clear that that's what should have been. Like women should have been on one lane and men should have been on the other lane. But you wanted a race, right? Like that was the whole purpose of it, was to race, you know. And so I think we have just sort of established that if we're going to move an apparatus from A to B that's going to move on the ground, it's almost always going to be impossible to standardize through an entirety of an event, right? Unless it is like artificial turf. And even then, there's so many factors that come with friction or some form of but I don't think it will anymore. Kipping It Real says, no way on the floater, already proven the truck can change along the course of an event. Throw it out. I don't think you can throw it out. I mean, so if you really look at the events overall, I think you could throw it out and it wouldn't make a big difference, but it was the point of the test. And so I think you have to keep it in. I don't think they'll change it. I still think a floater might be the best play. But you know, what competition is this? Jake, you're the worst. It's NorCal. So anyways. Yeah. I mean, I think that they can be good for competition, right? They are good for competition if you can find a way to standardize them, right? I think this was a really good test. There was an execution point. There was an execution point for moving the D balls. I thought the D ball was going to be kind of silly, but it wasn't. right? Like it made a difference. You had to move back and forth. There was lateral speed, directional change, power expression, execution, and then, you know, right into a grind of the push. So I thought it was a really, really good test. I thought the muscle up was a really good test, right? Barring the lanes. But if you really look at the finishing of the lane assignments, it's probably not as disparaged as there's probably not as much of a separation as it might seem in the runs, right? I do think that the seating plays a big role in what you see from faster athletes to slower athletes. And then Isabel went pretty well. I know a lot of you guys have watched the live stream. Everyone was slower. Disparate. There we go. Thanks, Vicky. Sure. Everyone was slower across the board. It was hot. They were on shorty bars, and the ground, you know, were in dirt with mats over it. So there's only so much they can do. It definitely made a difference across the board. Everyone was slower, but I think that was kind of like very event specific. And I think that made it for a better, like a more entertaining test. You couldn't see the clock. The clock was like right in the sun, so they didn't even turn it on. So no one knew where they were. They were just going by feel and racing, and ended up, I think, going pretty well. I didn't hear any too much. The only thing that I didn't like that they did was you had to recover your feet under your shoulders if you starfish, which I think is such a silly standard. Like that means it's subjective as far as like what is too wide. Sean, yeah, I'm here. I'm here coaching Gucci and helping with Kevin, and I have some other friends competing.
You're coaching me.
No, I'm not. Judy, who else is already qualified? The only person that's competing here that's qualified is Colten. No one else is qualified in either field, which made it good. I was very surprised because 30 grand on the line, I felt like more people would come, but I think it was full. I think they gave it to a lot of people trying to qualify before giving it to people that had already qualified, which I think ended up being really, really good. Obviously, Colten made it through the qualifier, and he won last year, so they always get an automatic invite. Let's see. We'll talk about my athletes. So, like I said, I'm helping Kevin and Gucci. Obviously, I'm coaching Gucci. They both had a decent first day. Some execution mistakes, I think, from both of them has like left them maybe a little bit lower than we want, but a good day for both of them coming up here. And so we'll see how they fare. So Kevin, whoops, where are we at? Doyle will hit on this. Is Colten carrying an injury? Okay. All right. So let me see. No, here we go. Share this tab. All right. So Kevin's sitting in 26th. Did really well. Did fairly well in the push. Not a great Isabel for him in this day, but it wasn't really a great Isabel for a lot of people. So just middle of the pack. But I think very specific to the elements outside, I feel like this is where he would have been in a more controlled environment. 750 was about middle of the pack, which is where we kind of anticipated his general finish. The ring shuttle is where we sort of messed up. He had a couple mishaps at rep 30, missed a few reps at the very end, and it cost him about a minute. So if we're looking at this would have been probably closer to the like the 430 mark, maybe even like 414, somewhere in the 415 to 420 mark. So, you know, this would have really jumped him up some points. He finished 28th, and he would have finished somewhere around here. So we're talking like a 16-point difference. So that moves him from 16th to I don't know, like 14th or 13th with one improvement. Interesting. All right. Let's talk about Gucci, because that's who I'm really here to coach. Oh, what? She got pushed back down to 20th. That's annoying. Anyway, so a pretty consistent middle of the pack for the first two workouts. These were theoretically going to be her worst two, were the first two. For her to be middle of the pack in a semifinal field on a muscle up workout, we've been working on them tirelessly. And she was, only, I mean, we were 2 reps from finishing, right? So I think a lot of people were, and we had a little bit of a mishap in round 1. I mistimed. We jumped up just a little bit too late, which caused a 1 rep when we could have got potentially 2 or 3, and then we potentially would have finished. And so we'd go from 20th to, I don't know, somewhere like around here, right? 20th to 12th to 11th to 12th, something like that. When we were really, really close. So we're right there, right? Making strides. Isabel, for her, we did this in Wadlands and she got 7:30. And I think 9 minutes was pretty much where her peak was today. Working out in the heat, guys, and on a uneven surface, on shorty bars, all of those things make a huge, huge difference. So something to always consider. So I think that's having a lot to do with slower times across the board for the athletes. For the push, she chose the right lane. We were sort of kind of at that point where we didn't know what the decision was going to be, but this was a good event for her. She's a second from being 5 spots higher. So it looks like they gave them full points and it just went down to 21. Oh, they didn't do half points. So they made it a full scored event.
What do you mean?
The cart.
Oh, wow.
So basically, yeah, they made it a full score event.
They must have changed it this morning?
Yeah, they changed it this morning. I didn't even realize. So basically 2 people got the left and the right would have got a 1, a 2, a 3, etc. So they didn't make it there was a half scored event last night. And
yeah, but it's still kind of half because
we just can't get as low.
As 24th,
right?
50 points or something.
Yeah, but it doesn't.
Yeah.
I don't know, who does that affect the most? Positive or negative? I don't even know. Compared to a half score.
I mean, like if somebody at the top of the leaderboard bombed that event, it doesn't affect them.
Okay, so it doesn't.
But
wouldn't have done it either. It's more than if it was a half point though, because if you bomb the event at a half point, then it's only 12 points.
This is still kind of a half point.
Oh, really?
So you take Nate Ackerman. He got 9th on the right lane.
Uh-huh.
I mean, that could have been 18th if there was only one gator.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like still kind of.
Yeah, but it was a half point, and so it would have been a 4.5.
Yeah, I don't know what they were doing last night.
They were trying to make it less of a value.
Yeah, I think they should have. I
So
think
what's a full point?
we should do it again today, and whichever gator you use, now use the other one, and you average your score.
That's perfect.
It's going to be a fucked up score.
I know, it would be funny though.
So 39, so 24. Oh, and so they did basically, if you went in the right lane, you got more points and they just let it ride. So like the right lane went to 24 and the left lane only went to 17.
Yeah.
Dang, that's a gangster decision on their part. But I mean, it is what it is. It's the only thing you can do. I wouldn't be surprised if they throw it out.
There's 8 scores.
I mean, anyone that's at the bottom,
there's
anyone
5
at the
or 6
bottom is not
scores.
going to qualify, right?
Yeah.
Like the only person that is potentially in qualifying position is, I mean, no one really. Like CJ Gerald was doing really well, but he got crushed in it. So it's the only person that it really affects is CJ.
Like I do think like Nate would, if it was a full score, he wouldn't be in third right now. You know,
What did he get? He got ninth
on one of the
on the right lane.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. So it helps them.
Guess we'll never know.
We'll never know. We'll see if they throw it out. Sorry, guys. Was trying to figure it out with them. So, yeah, I mean, moving things is very challenging, right? It's always going to have some disparity, but I think they did a good job of trying to figure it out on the fly. And then I wouldn't be surprised if we see more changes today in some capacity, whether that's retesting it all on the same or whatever it is. Camille, how many events today? 2 events today. Gucci or Kevin goes at 12. So in 2 hours, exactly 2 hours, 12. And Gucci goes at 3 o'clock. And then they both go at 8 o'clock tonight. So long day. Yeah. So let's see. Aaron, how big of a difference does a shorty bar make? So the shorty bar doesn't have, so there's a couple things. The shorty bar for a big athlete limits hand width because it is in. So like some of the males really struggle with the distance to the collars. And so almost their hands are almost on the collar. Number 1. 2, the longer the bar, the more whip the bar and more oscillation coming off the ground. And so the shorty bar, because it's narrow, you don't have any type of give. And obviously the give is like microscopic, but it is less. And so it does make the bar theoretically a little bit heavier from a force development standpoint because there's no whip from the weights on the bar, or there is less whip. So it does make a difference. And yeah. So let's talk about Colten. We'll see where he is. So he's sitting in 6th. So sitting in 6th, I don't think it's a big deal. I think Stone Go, he basically got last place on it. It was going to be a hard event. He's going to do very well everywhere else. I think he's still in a very good position. He's only 12 points back. He's going to do very well in Pump House. He's great on a bike erg. It's a good machine for him. I'm assuming he's pretty good on the bar muscle up pullover. I wouldn't be surprised if we see him go unbroken. Farmnastics, this isn't going to be a great event. I think he goes unbroken here to try and gain some distance from everyone else. The farmers carries, while it is just a carry, it will make a difference in the long, like over 500 feet with shorter steps. His handstand pirouettes will probably be very fast. And so that'll be today. So we'll see. I think we're going to really set the tone for the rest of the weekend after today. I don't really know much about Trayvon. Bill looks really good. This was his damage control event for Heavy Isabel. He got 10th. I think he does pretty good. Everywhere else today, he's obviously very good at gymnastics. Both of these are gymnastics bias pieces. Both of these are really good for Nate, as well as Kevin is saying. Nate Ackerman, the young guy from, it says Independent. He's a Crazy Mayhem athlete. He's very good at gymnastics. I know he got 4th or 3rd here. That was just because Spencer was just fat. It was crazy. This was such a cool event for the people who finished in 1. It was so neat to watch. So he'll do well at the Pump House. He'll probably go unbroken on the bar muscle up pullover, which I think makes a huge difference. The double under and the reverse lunge wall ball. The reverse lunge wall ball is, in my opinion, it's for sure an easier pattern, something to consider. And I think that it will I think it makes it a little bit easier overall. So anyways, hold on, I have an athlete texting me. Let's see. Oh, interesting. All right, we'll work on that in a little bit. Okay. What's up, dude? What's up, Jonathan? Good morning. Crazy their capacity on the rings. Yeah, man, dude, the ring muscle up is the top end ring muscle up ability is mind blowing. Ooh, what's for breakfast? I don't know. Let me ask. Hey guys, what's for breakfast? Eggs?
Eggs and sausage.
Eggs and sausage. I love it. Oh, I don't know who Nate's mom is. Let me see. I did see. There's a girl walking around here that I'm assuming is his mom based on that comment. Let's see if I'm right. All right, so this is Bill's. Oh, this is just Bill. All right, let's see. Inside day one. Here we go. I assume there's like this shredded lady walking around. Where is it? Where did you guys know? Looks like he's falling around. Is this his mom? Debatable. Can you guys hear it? It's not her. Anyways, she is a savage, but not the girl I was thinking of. There we go. All right. She is a beast. I think doesn't she compete? I feel like I've seen her face against like Rose, Julie, I think it is. Yeah, that's right. I know her. I've had athletes compete against her before. I knew she looked familiar. No sound. That's so weird. I don't know why there's no sound on that. Oh well. 54. Yeah, definitely. All right. So let's go back to important stuff. Man, I mean, everyone's going to do well at the top today, right? I think it's going to be really close. Jorge Fernandez looks good. And here we go. That's probably what I should do. Being on the laptop is terrible. I don't know Trayvon, so I don't really have any input there. I think the workouts are good for him. I just can't see Colten not being consistent through here. The 2K in double twos is going to hurt for sure. I could see Colten trying to like win the 2K and damage control the double twos. And then the last workout, here's ball. I mean, it's going to be good. It's going to be fun. I think there's a lot less room for like competition error in these next 5 scores. So I think we are going to I think we're going to see a really good race to the end. All right, let's head into the females. Alex in first. Hattie looks really good. Alex did very good on the push. I think she looked really good everywhere. This was crazy to finish 7th. I mean, she muscle snatched every bar. I know they were talking about it on the show last night, but it's so interesting to see her and her lack of snatch ability. Hattie looks really good. I didn't think she would look as good as she did. I think she's going to continue to do well. Winning Heavy Isabel and getting 5th in ring shuttle, I think, is a good balance testament to her ability as an athlete currently and where her level of fitness is. And I think we're going to see it continue to showcase itself through here. And I think she might even take the notch over Alex on the back end of the weekend. So I have Hattie winning, and I've had Hattie and Alex punching their ticket for sure. I think the biggest and the most interesting thing here this weekend is Emily Rolfe not competing, not really trying. It's just a very interesting situation that's going on. Sydney doesn't look great. I think Gucci is good, making her way. It's a heavy event, so it's going to favor strength athletes for sure. And I mean, the race is really tight, so it's going to be a good race all the way in, right? A lot of people can make some money, can make a name for themselves. So we'll see. Yeah, Gucci knows Hattie really well. I guess they trained in Bali together, and so I got to chat with her and her husband's boyfriend. Is it Hattie's boyfriend or husband? Boyfriend. They're wildland firefighters, and which is fucking so cool. They're such savages, and yeah, good people for sure. Yeah, thanks for mentioning that. Guys, the show finally got a sponsor. It's a small one. It's cool, but Keaton with PR Apparel is here. We've been chatting for a little while. This is just for the podcast, and so if you guys don't know what PR Apparel is, it's just a local Colorado apparel brand. They make some really good stuff. We'll have some codes on here soon for the weekend. If you guys are here at NorCal, come find me. I think we could definitely work something out with like a code WODprep in person. So if you're here at NorCal, you're looking to get some PR apparel stuff, or you were thinking about it, or you weren't thinking about it, and you're like, oh wow, now I get a discount. Come find me. I'll be wearing a WODprep shirt, or I'll be wearing a green bucket hat all day. I'll be covered up because I'm burnt. I got fried yesterday. So PR apparel is good. I can't miss my little man's FaceTiming me. Uno momento. What are you doing? Bennett, you poo-pooed in the potty again? Yeah, I'm so proud of you, bud. Do you have clothes on?
Yeah.
Okay. You want to tell everyone you poo-pooed in the potty? Say, I did it. Say thumbs up. I think the being on the podcast is just a good luck charm for poo-pooing in the potty. I'm on a podcast. I'm talking to a lot of people right now. Can you say hello?
Hello.
Hello. Wave. Can you wave? Good job, bud. Where my phone go? I'm holding it. Okay. All right. I'm going to get back. I love you so much. Okay. I miss you.
Say bye.
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 Stud. So proud. Oh, so happy we're poo-pooing in the potty. That's what I'm talking about. All right. What were we talking about? Family always just derails everything. Oh, PR apparel. Is that what we're talking about? Yeah. I want to keep doing the show, and I will keep doing the show no matter what, but you guys help that obviously with any type of donations. But if you support our sponsor and the sponsor comes back, maybe they give me more stuff. Maybe they give me some money so I can keep doing the show and we can fund the show. I can do more, right? That's always the goal, right? I think that's generally the goal. So if you guys head over to PR Apparel, take a look, wait for a code. I'll get a code to you guys here soon. And yeah, we'd love for you to, that's how you can support the show, right? And you can get some clothes for a little bit cheaper. They make good quality stuff. He's a CrossFitter, just like a solo operation dude, just travels in his van from Beach Brawl in Florida all the way to NorCal in Sacramento. He comes to Beach Brawl in Pensacola. That's how we met. years ago. And so, anywho, sick. All right, what else? You guys want to hear from Gucci? I think I can get her to come on and chat a little bit. Let's see. All right, what else? All right. Anything else on the leaderboard for today? I feel like Kevin and Gucci are going to really make some moves today. Both of the workouts are really good. For Gucci, she's very good at handstand walks and pirouettes. It's like a strength of hers relative to the field for sure. Pump house will be pretty good. Her gymnastics have gotten better. Her bike work is strong, and she's really good at the double unders. I don't think it'll affect her too much, and so I think it'll be a pretty solid day. Tomorrow is going to be a beatdown. This workout in the middle of the afternoon or even in the morning is going to be so brutal. It's so hot here, guys. It's pretty rough. It definitely feels like Florida in Northern California right now. It's like 90. I got my nice little farmer stand. It wasn't too bad. But let's see. So Colten said he was injured. I don't know. I don't know anything about that. I mean, he won Isabel, so his back can't be that bad. You know, I think I think for the muscle up workout, rings aren't usually his strength, right? Bar, he's better on bar. And it sounded like he just made a mistake. Like he went 20-10, and I think he just ran out of time. And I think that was, yeah, I assume he does CrossFit. It seems like he just kind of like shit the bed on it and just sort of like didn't take the right approach. So I think he'll make up for it today for sure. I have no doubt. You guys can all hope in your fearless athlete leader, but it's going to be good. I think the women are maybe a little more set at the top. Personally, I really think that it's going to stick to those two girls at the top. But for the men, I think it's up in the air, right? I think it's probably between these 6 guys. Maybe even 7 with Spencer. Spencer might be just a smidge too far back, but it's going to be close. It's going to be good. Yeah, he said in an interview after Isabel. I mean, I understand that, but he won Isabel. So can you really have is your back injury that limiting if you win Isabel? You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. Kind of wishy-washy. You know, he doesn't seem like one to lie or to blame it on something like that. I mean, so I don't think it's limiting him that much. We'll see on the clean for sure. 335 after all that work is going to be spicy. Let's see. So I think they're doing a good job getting the videos up. They're literally shooting it all, editing it, and getting it posted in like a few hours times, which is kind of crazy. For anyone to be able to do that. Let's see, Northern California. Let's just run through the Instagram a little bit. Let's see what they're posting, huh? Uh-oh. Yeah, she did show up physically. I don't know if she showed up mentally, though. She's kind of just, I don't know, just sort of limping her way through. It's very strange. But it is what it is. I'm not really concerned. Got right, let's see. I had this coffee yesterday. It was pretty good. I don't know if there's anything else. PR Apparel, there we go. Front and center. They make good clothes, guys. I really definitely think, yeah, supposedly sponsor negotiations. That's what Taylor said. I don't know. I mean, it makes sense. I mean, she's here literally like not super trying. So it would generally make sense. What a sick tat. That's pretty cool. Can you guys see where I'm at? Oh no. Yeah. Nice. There we go. Good pictures. Media is really good. I think the media team is doing a good job for catching the pictures and getting some getting content. I think Savant's crew is doing as best that they can with the insane amount of limitations that they're being presented with. So Colten looks great on Isabel, and there's Gucci front and center. Had a pretty good Isabel. This is frog grip. She's a frog grip athlete. So, whoops. So Gucci finished this rep right here was at 859.91. So we just made it under the cap, which was pretty wild. Avera, I heard men and women will be competing at different venues at the same time today. Sort of. So Kevin and Gucci don't go at the same time, but yes, it like is very close. Because Gucci doesn't start till like 3. One workout is really short, and then the other workout's a lot longer. So it's shifted up a little bit. And so I wouldn't believe that the sponsor. So the only reason why it makes sense, Jonathan, is she took a 0 on Isabel. Like, why would you come to an event to qualify for the games? Which means you're not going to qualify, right? Like you would have to, if you took a 0, it's 41 points. You'd have to win every event, and the odds of you still qualifying are basically 0. So why would you come, right? You know you're not going to get first. Gucci, say her name. Gudbjerg. Little stupid men and women are going at the same time later, right? I don't even know what this means. So I have no idea what this is saying. Anyways, yeah, it's sort of the same time. They basically have to choose which. I think some of them have to choose which event they're going to cover, which is kind of surprising to me, but I guess it makes sense. Sorry, my hair was stuck. I don't know. I mean, I'll go through Gucci. I mean, Gucci's my athlete. Kevin's not my athlete. Kevin's just a coach that. It's proactive, yes, but it's proactive, 100%. Oh, little stupid. So, got it. I understand now. Grammar is important. So, it's a little stupid that men and women. So they have like, I don't know, 1,000 athletes competing. I think it's the only way for the venue to go, right? I think it just is. It's a grassroots competition, guys. There's a lot of volume going on. And while the elites get the biggest prize purse, everyone has everyone's on the same floor. There's only 2 floors of competition. And I think this is just the only way that the timing could work out for heat times throughout what it is. I mean, they're competing it's running from 8 in the morning to 8:30 at night. So, and I think it's just the only way that it could flow and not have elites go at 7 in the morning. Maybe there was a way to start them earlier and push them later or something like that. But but I think it's I'm fairly confident that it's not something they're just like, oh, let's put them at the same time because it's cool, So I wouldn't put too much weight into it. You guys are still going to get the content, so it doesn't really matter, right? So yeah, I mean, I don't think it's a big deal. It would be a big deal if this was like a huge spectator event, like people were coming to watch elites, but it's not really. Most people here spectating are here to watch their friends, from 250 square miles away. So, I don't think I got anything else. Oh, no, I can't say it. We'll leave that one to off air. I don't want to run anyone through the mud. So yeah, it was good. It's going to be a good day. We're heading out here in the next 40 minutes for Kevin at noon. Gucci doesn't go till 3. And so it's going to be another long day. We'll be wearing the long sleeves. But if you guys are here, please come find me. I'd love to chat with you if you're watching before you head into the event. If you're not, no problem. Again, we have a new sponsor. Sponsors only stay if they can make a little bit of money. And so I would love to continue to have a sponsor to make this something that I can continue doing for the long term because I really enjoy it. It seems like you guys enjoy it as well. Everyone has 2 events today. Everyone has 2, and there's 2 events tomorrow too, but 3 scores. So this is our lowest day from a scoring perspective because tomorrow is 3 scored events. So it's not even a moving day. Sunday is a moving day, technically, and it's done at 2. Yes. And then I take the red eye Sunday night at 11. I get home at 10 a.m. and we go right to the camper, pick up the camper, pack it, and leave for a family trip. So I have a busy 7 days from right now, and I still got to do the work thing. If you guys didn't know, I coach CrossFit. I program remotely for athletes for rehab and performance, obviously. So back to editing. Thanks, Ortega. All right, guys, I'm going to run. Thanks for being here. Like and subscribe, please. Leave a comment of anything you guys want me to chat about later. We'll come on tomorrow morning. We'll do the same thing. I think they go a little earlier, so we might be on pretty early, depending on when the heats are. Maybe I'll sling an in-between one, so you guys have a little bit of morning content. All right. Adios. Thanks for coming, and we'll see you tomorrow.